It was 3 a.m. The girl was fast asleep when suddenly her phone vibrated on her bedside table. She opened her eyes and saw the screen light up. It was a message from her friend who had died 2 years prior. 2 years ago, the girl's best friend had died in a car crash. The memory of the accident was still so fresh in her mind. She could still picture the mangled pieces of metal that had been her friend's car and the lifeless body lying on the asphalt. And she could never forget the guilt she felt for not being able to save her. Her friend's name was Maya. They had been inseparable since kindergarten. But their friendship had started to fray during their last year of high school, when Maya started dating a guy that the girl really liked. She had confronted Maya, but her best friend had just laughed it off and told her to get over it. Then the accident had happened and the guy was sent to jail for vehicular manslaughter. The girl got out of bed and walked over to her phone. Her hand trembled as she reached out to touch the screen. Who could have sent her a message? Had someone hacked into her account? Maybe her phone had just glitched. The message hadn't come through any app or messenger. It was a plain text message. Curious, she unlocked her phone and opened the message. It simply said, "I'm sorry." The girl felt a chill run down her spine. Could it be Maya? No, that wasn't possible. She had died. The girl shook her head to clear away the thoughts. There had to be a logical explanation for this. Then she noticed something odd. The message had come through on her friend's old number. Maya had gotten a new phone after the accident, but this number, this was the one that she had had since they were kids. The girl stared at the screen, her heart beating faster. She didn't want to believe what she was thinking, but she couldn't help but wonder if Maya was trying to tell her something. She quickly typed out a response. "Who is this?" The phone vibrated again, and the reply came back almost instantly. "It's me." The girl's breath hitched in her throat. Was this really her friend? How could this be? The girl ran to the window and looked out onto the street. There was no one in sight. The message had come from a local area code, but she lived in the middle of the city. No one was outside at 3 a.m. No one except maybe a drunk guy staggering home from the bar or a couple of drug dealers making a drop. But who would be out walking around at this ungodly hour? She turned back to her phone and saw another message waiting for her. "Can you hear me?" The girl took a deep breath and tried to calm herself down. She needed to think logically. This had to have an explanation. But before she could type out a reply, her phone vibrated once more. The girl jumped and accidentally knocked over her water glass. The message that appeared made her blood run cold. "I need your help." Without thinking, the girl got dressed and left her apartment. She had to get out of there. She needed to put some distance between her and whatever this was. As she walked down the street, her phone vibrated incessantly, each message making her more and more terrified. "I'm scared. Help me. Don't ignore me." The girl broke into a run. Her heart was pounding in her chest. Oh, she didn't want to see who was sending these messages. She was scared of what she might find. She stopped running when she saw a familiar figure standing in front of her. It was the guy that both her and Maya had dated in high school. The same guy who had been in prison for killing her best friend. The girl stared at him in disbelief. What was he doing here? The guy looked at her and smiled. He held out his phone for her to see. The screen was lit up, displaying the same messages that she had received. The girl's mind raced. Was this guy behind all of this? Had he somehow hacked into her phone? But then she saw the terror-stricken look on his face and the pleading expression in his eyes. Hey, and that's when she knew that whatever was happening, they were in it together.